this has been quite a week. I mean, if you're looking at this now, if you're looking at this later on, I don't know what kind of week it's been. But, right, should I say when this is or no? You don't know? Okay, they won't tell me. This is so secret, I'm not even privy to it. You know, a privy is like an outhouse, you know? And a guy asked that one of these English lords, they said, where's the privy? He says, you're not privy to that information. Well, this is what's wrong with the civilized society. You see, in the last few weeks from where I'm talking, in the world that I'm in right now, I don't know where you are. You could be in the future where ice cream is free, right? Okay. Anyway, what's been happening is the whole world's been going crazy. Not because of World War III or any kind of an election. No, Chinese guy, I said election when people vote. I didn't. He thinks I'm talking about Ron Jeremy. Anyway, what happened is all the news has been sidestepped by the very sad death of a raccoon and a squirrel. It doesn't take much for this world. All these things happening. World War III. Financial things and Fauci things going clickety-clack, you know, hitting each other, getting into critical mass. And the whole planet's talking about a sad little squirrel. It is sad. What happened to that squirrel? I find it hard to swallow. Yeah, it's, you know, and it's so... You know, his name was Peanut. I forget the raccoon. I think it was Bob or Roger or Bruce or something. I forget what it was. A raccoon? He didn't even know his name. He was a wacky raccoon. A friend of mine had a raccoon years ago that loved to play and loved to chew on the walls, and it ate some drywall. And it made the raccoon insane because them Chinese put all kinds of chemicals in the drywall. And they would ask this raccoon, they go, do you want dinner? And it would go... It was kind of like Martin Short. The raccoon became kind of like a raccoon, but with the mind of Martin Short. They'd ask it things. They'd say, hey, you want to play? And the raccoon would just go. And kind of like Martin. You ever see that comedian Martin Short? He does that face like this. Yeah, he's funnier than me. I know. So is Judd Apatow. You know him? Tell him I need $20. Judd, I need $20. Okay, there's no news so far. But anyway... By the time you're watching this, you probably would have heard who did this or who did that or whatever. And we don't, you know, we're not interested. We just want votes and clicks and shares and likes and things such as that. We're practical around here. You know what I mean? We are a simple people. We live here in the forest. That's what we'd have you to believe. Hey, what's going on with you? Why don't you leave us a comment down there? We'd like to see what's happening with you so we can make funny and say crazy things. There's a lot of new diseases that are coming up this year. I hope you will like them. They're cooking up the diseases in the brand new disease lab in Bufu, China. It used to be called Wuhan, you know, but they got a bad rap. But so many people like Bufu, they changed it to the Bufu Disease Lab, and they cook it up disease. It's like a short order disease lab where countries call up and go, can you get a disease that'll make people kind of sick and have funny little things grow all over their body? Go, yeah, we can do. And then they put the disease in a little bottle, and the country squirts it out. And you ever see them chemtrails? They fly over little chemtrails, things like that. Do you realize there's aluminum, beryllium, and dillium, and gallium, and woollium coming all down like they're in them chemtrails? It's not a conspiracy theory when you're sick, right? You think so? I know I'm telling the truth if I get demonetized. You know, the only reason I got demonetized is nobody wants to give me any goddamn money. I can't even get 50 cents for the bus. You don't care. And now this. Hey, listen, there's a lot of people that want to make a special law that if somebody was mean to you in elementary school or in high school, that you can go back and sue them for being mean to you. You know, there's a lot of successful people out there that a lot of people that went to school with them will say, you know, so-and-so came behind me in a locker room with a rat tail and said, rat tail, and hit me on the ass with a wet towel, and I want substantial damages. This leads a lot of successful people open to being sued. Girls, I mean women, ladies, was there ever anybody in high school that said something to you like, gee, you look pretty today? Or will you go on a date with me? That's harassment, you know. It's considered nowadays. Considered in them days, it was normal. But if any boy ever said to you, gee, you're swell, would you go to the senior prom with me? I said that to about 100 girls, and they all just looked at me like this. Anyway, what happened is, you can sue them now, because you can say you didn't enjoy the experience that made you bad and feel small. The only time I feel small is when I look at myself nude in a full-length mirror. You'll figure it out. And now one of these. Well, have you seen those Hostess Twinkies and ding-dongs and tiger tails and all of that stuff like that? Okay. Well, now there's a new kind of snack cake coming out in reference to a little peanut. It's a little snack cake shaped like a squirrel with little peanuts in it, and it's the Peanut Memorial Edition by Hostess Twinkie Company, and it's going to be available for a short run. It could go permanent, because everybody likes peanut. You like that? Put a squirrel in your mouth. It's full of peanut flavored cream. Have you ever had peanut flavored cream in your mouth? Well, if you do, you better have some insurance. Okay. Okay, I thought it was funny. I'm going to sue you. Okay, and now one of these. Hey, a lot of people have tried to kill themselves on a budget. There's all kinds of ways. You could go into a certain area and say a certain word and get killed. You know what I mean. Or you could hang yourself. You could jump out of an airplane. But there's a new way that's a lot of fun. A lot of people are doing it. They're going to the zoo and they're buying helium balloons. And they're saying, I don't want to live no more. And then they take the helium balloon. They say, hey, when you give me the balloon, don't seal it. And they just go, and they keep sucking the helium in until they drop dead there at the zoo. You ever see that? Yeah, at certain zoos, they'll sell you a balloon without it being, and you could just breathe a balloon like that. And just, all the kids will watch as you hit the ground and go, oh, that's funny. That's funny. Them kids today, they think sad things is funny. But they do. Some of them. Huh? You don't think so? Okay, sue me. You too. You too, Brute. You ever see that? That's William Shakespeare. See, what happened was, what's his name? Julius Caesar, the inventor of a salad with anchovies in it, was giving a speech in a Roman Senate telling everybody why they should have a Caesar salad but add chicken to it. And they thought that was a radical idea. And they said, no, Caesar salad should be pure. He says, try it with the chicken. They said, that's it. So they stabbed him. And his friend Brutus, who always went along with the crowd, he said, you too, Brutus? He says, yeah, I always go along with the crowd. And they stabbed him to death right there. That's terrible, ain't it? Yeah, that's before they had metal detectors. All them guys. And you know what the worst part is? It ruined his toga. It was a beautiful silk, embroidered, Julius Caesar. And one of the sheets he stole from a hotel in Brooklyn. That's right. Did you know that? For the Brooklyn Hilton. He was there one time with a bunch of senators and centurions and catamites and beautiful dancing girls, and they ran off a big bill. And they said he's not Julius Caesar, he said he's Augustus Caesar. He signed the thing, he skipped that on the bill, and he had a warrant for his arrest in Brooklyn. Okay, I'm off a little bit in my time periods here. I'm just trying to entertain the crowd. Don't confuse me with the facts. Oh, hey, I tried a new kind of a dentifrice, that means toothpaste, and what it does is it eats all the bacteria around your teeth and makes your mouth kissing sweet. If any of you ladies like to get together and see if it's a kissing sweet experience, you can contact me anytime. Any woman, if you're beautiful or even not beautiful, if you've got a nice personality and no diseases, I don't care how you look, I invite you to give me a big kiss on the lips. Unless your name is Jane. I won't say it. And now, one of these. Hey, I looked up on the internet. You heard of the internet? I looked up one of my old girlfriends from years ago, and it turns out she'd been married at least 3 times. 3 times, yeah. Each time to a doctor. I'm glad I didn't end up with her. Oh, my goodness gracious. Do you ever do that? Find out where somebody you used to know years ago is or was or whatever happened to them, and you go, golly, I'm glad I didn't. And then you see a picture of them, and you look like, holy smokes, is that them hiding under all that flab and all them wrinkles? Oh, my God. I guess we're both... Yeah, that's right. It's a cruel world and a cold one. When people catch a cold and they don't say, pardon me, and I don't say gesundheit, that's what holds the world together. That separates us from the animals, and it keeps us from being cavemen, and it separates the men from the boys. No, there's no way to do that at the YMCA. And now, get it? See, okay. And now this. There's a lot of aircraft out there, and one thing they have in common is at least they try to fly. But a new kind of airplane has been invented by Boeing. Not Boeing, but Boeing. It's an aircraft company that makes airplanes that cannot fly. These are the safest airplanes in the world. They make these big airplanes, they make a lot of noise, but they will not fly, so that way they will not crash. You can get, it's a flight to nowhere. You go on a Boeing aircraft and you just sit in there, and they serve you this food and a little tray and little drinks and everything like that. And then whenever you want to leave, they go, okay, we're disembarking, and they kick you out of the plane. Would you like to do that? You just sit in the plane and just watch movies and drink and eat this crappy food, and they go, oh, the cameraman's yawning, I must be doing pretty good. He only falls asleep if I'm funny. No, I know, not really. And now, 2 for a quarter. Hey, there's a lot of things happening in the world that are not on the normal American media. That's kind of a joke, because there is no normalcy to the American media, and certainly very little honesty to it, or accuracy. Well, in Europe, they know more about the United States than we do here in the United States. That's sort of a travesty of justice. In travesty, that's a lady who really is a guy. Did you know that? All right, well, it's okay. I don't care who you are. But anyway, so America is kind of a land of the ignorant. For the most part, we got the dumbest people in the world. We're the only people who will graduate somebody from high school who don't know how to read or write, or who has bad grammar. How do you think I got out? I studied for 4 years to be stupid. Oh, man. Well, at least I feel good about myself. Where's the rope? This is Hughes Coxworth. And now the intro to this show, because I forgot it. Hi, this is Hughes with the news. You're going to see the Hughes Coxworth show right now. Okay, we could edit this and then put it at the beginning, but you probably won't do that. Okay, well, if this is the end of the show, I'd like to tell you that I'm very happy that you showed up and that you came today. To the show, that is. How about that? Do you need a wet towel or something? I used to go to this place, it was $20, and they'd tie my shoes afterwards. And they give me a hot little towel. They say, come again. I go, I can't. You like that? No. Okay, good. All right, I wish your candidate wins, unless it's the one that I don't like. This is Hughes Coxworth worming his way into your heart like a sickening virus that just won't go away. Good night, everybody.